we follow the teachings and the techniques of self-realization fellowship yoga, we will be making a definite conscious effort in a metaphysical way to overcome restlessness. The discipline is, as you know, the various techniques of self-realization fellowship, the recharging technique, the technique of highest concentration, and the technique of meditation. All of these techniques control that force within us which, uncontrolled, causes restlessness. In other words, it is the life force which we discipline in the recharging technique. It is the life force which we use in the highest technique of concentration. Because when the mind is one-pointed, when the life force is one-pointed, how can there be any waves disturbing the lake of your mind? And in the highest technique of meditation, that life force is gathered together and concentrated upon the presence of God in you as the holy vibration, the great comforter with its manifestations of light and sound and the omniscient love of God in your heart. If your life force is controlled and applied to these phases of God within you, and you merge in them, then you will contact God. Having contacted God, how can there be any restlessness? And so remember that it is the control of life force in a definite spiritual, metaphysical way that is one of the greatest ways to overcome restlessness. So now we come to the fourth and the greatest conscious effort that we can make. And this is the greatest spiritual effort known by the practice of Kriya Yoga. Why? Because it enables one to have greatest control over life force. The Master has pointedly spoken about Kriya Yoga in his autobiography of a yogi, wherein he says that the practice of Kriya Yoga calms the dualistic turmoil. It calms the outer consciousness. It calms the waves of the mind, giving us peace of mind. This is a negative aspect of the result of the practice of Kriya Yoga. But he not only says it calms the dualistic turmoil, but he says by a divine inner certainty. This is the positive aspect of the great results of the practice of Kriya Yoga, because this divine inner certainty is nothing else but the contact of the presence of God within you, His great bliss. That is the inner certainty which you contact. Having that, how can there be any restlessness? This divine inner certainty which you contact is the positive aspect of the practice of Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga takes away restlessness by withdrawing the life force from outward activity, from the breath, from mental activity. But by withdrawing the life force completely from the heart and inner organs, it gives us the bliss of God. It gives us that inner certainty. With that, there can be no fear nor restlessness. As the soul is satisfied, as the bliss of God is yours, through this greatest conscious effort to overcome restlessness, the practice of Kriya Yoga, all desires are fulfilled. No dualistic turmoil nor restlessness can exist. Now, going on to a conclusion, when we make conscious effort to calm the storm of restlessness, what will we face? What will be the obstructions? Well, the first thing is this, that when you initiate spiritual metaphysical discipline against restlessness, you come face to face with your restless self, because you have turned your attention through the directing of the life force inwards, where the battle is going on, where the mental and discriminative impulses of the spine, especially the lower centers of the spine, are suggesting to you, and the battle of the restless mind